Scene one. Take one.
Action!
Strike a pose, hold it, don't move. Now switch it up and keep your mouth shut. Don't you say a word unless you say it with your body, baby. I suppose that you wanna tell me something, but I don't wanna hear it, let me see it. Put it in your hips and shoulders, say it with your body, baby. So much talking going on, yeah, but I'm just trying to listen to the song. Yes, I like you a lot, don't get me wrong, but don't say anything else. You'll be leaving here by yourself, babe. Put your feet right next to mine. Now follow me and we can dance slow. Don't you say a word unless you say it with your body, baby. Put your hands right here in mine. Hold on tight, never let go. Put it in your hips and shoulders, say it with your body, baby. So much talking going on. Hey, I'm just trying to listen to the song. Yes, I like you and I don't get me wrong, but don't say anything else, or you'll be leaving here by yourself, baby. And when you're speaking that body language, it sure sounds good to me, yeah. And when you're speaking that body language, finally starts to fly with the forest in your eyes. Your body language, your body language. Heart starts to burn, baby, I'm just trying to learn your body language, yeah.
Hello, everybody. This is Season 14 Main Grand Finals. Today, we are joined by myself, Jack, and Micahlele, and we are here today to watch Checkmate versus Mommy Men Checking In.
How you guys doing this fine Monday night, this fine Highlander night? We got a very exciting Highlander main grand finals tonight versus two very strong teams. Mommy Men upsetting the first seed to make it all the way to grands, and the number 2 seed doing as they were expected. Got a nice night of Highlander tonight to come.
And I think we should begin with just going through a quick run-through of the rosters of both teams, starting with the second seed Checkmate.
And with Checkmate's roster, we're having Coop on Scout, Bunt on Soldier, Onion on Pyro, Jordan on Demo, Dynamosaurus on Heavy, KL on Engineer, Manwich on Medic, Flamingo on Sniper, and Scientific on Spy.
And on the other side, we have Mommy Men checking in, the fourth seed who has made it all the way to grand finals through an upset against Pepsi, starting with Z on Scout, 11, otherwise known as Kingfin on Soldier, Loxic on Pyro, Starly on Demo, Train on Heavy, Magic Gnome on Engineer, Kai on Medic, Bignati on Sniper, and Kyle on Spy.
Got two fine rosters going to this grand finals. Now, Jack, let me ask you. You've been working with Mommy Men for chilling out with them, for maybe doing a couple of demo reviews from the season. How would you say their season has gone so far?
I think this has been a really big season for Mommy Men checking in. I don't think I would be the only person to say that coming into the season, a lot of people didn't look at this roster with the idea that this is a team that you would expect to be seeing in the grand finals over some of the more staple names such as Pepsi enthusiasts. We had a lot of people on that team and the voices who have done historically well in Maine. I think Mommy Men were really a dark horse coming into the season, especially into playoffs, and I think this has been a really great season for them, making it all the way to grand finals. I think it's a better result than most people expected.
I agree, and I have to say, I was asked to do a demo review for Mommy Men. I kind of came in thinking, all right, just a little main demo review, nothing too big, but it was actually quite, I was quite impressed by their gameplay. It seemed like they really had good fundamentals for how they were playing, and it really showed. And I hope it shows in this grand finals game.
I hope it does too.
Me too. But on the side of Checkmate, a bit more of an average season, 5-2 to secure second seed. And then winning their first playoffs match, get here. But losing to the first seed, losing to the team that they actually wound up beating later in playoffs. But it just doesn't have like the bite, it doesn't have the pizzazz as Mommy Men, coming in, maybe not having like a spectacular regular season as well, going 4-3. Like that's about average, But if you're unlucky, you can even lose out of playoffs with 4-3. But then coming in and beating the first seed in playoffs to make it to grands, that's really something to be like impressed with. And I really hope that Checkmate managed to give them a run for their money.
Now, I know that Mommy Men, of course, is coming in with a more spicier story to detail how they got to grand finals. But I don't think we should be discounting Checkmate either. I mean, they've been at this division for a while now, and they've been finding increased amount of success. It was only a matter of time until Checkmate really established themselves as the team to watch out for in this division.
That's true. With Checkmate getting third in Maine last season, it's only natural that their progression would be to either first or second, or maybe even going to events if they're lucky. But coming true, they are in grands, guaranteeing at least second place. Will they get first in a free trip to advanced? We will soon find out.
We see a lot of veteran names on Checkmate too, as expected to see. We see a lot of recognizable names. Many of those might recognize the name Jordan. I believe he was the engineer for DK during DK's prime years, unless I'm mistaken. Now playing demo for Checkmate many years after his engineer days.
That is true. It's always good to have someone with that level of experience, especially in such an important role as demo, to provide a very good basis for building off of. Being able to really understand how Highlanders play and you can sort of mold, the rest of your players around you to get the best result. You look at Jordan's profile and you see season 1 invite Irene first place and you get a little scared.
And if Checkmate is the team that is defined by experience and age, Mommy Men has to be the exact opposite of that. They represent a completely new generation of Highlander players. Many of those players, in fact, have begun playing as late as season 12 or 13. Some of them, their first seasons were playing newcomer in season 12 and then playing main in season 13. And here they are in season 14 on their third season already making it to main grand finals. We see really two completely separate identities of teams.
Alright, it seems we're hopping into the first map right here, which is Swiftwater. For those who don't know, our maps for this evening are going to be starting off on Swiftwater, with Fruit being a middle map, and then the tiebreaker map going into Vigil. So we got a nice 2 stopwatch, 1 Koth setup going on right now, and we'll have to see how the Swiftwater goes. We got Mommy Men starting off on defense with Checkmate on offense, and we'll have to see how the first point goes. Swiftwater is a very interesting map, Jack. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, all the controversy about Swiftwater aside, because I know how it's consistently ranked one of the least popular maps in the Highlander pool. If you focus on just these two teams, Checkmate was the team that picked Swiftwater, and I think there's a lot of justification behind why Checkmate picked Swiftwater here. And I think that, to be entirely honest with you, this map is looking to be quite favored towards Checkmate, in my opinion.
Well, we're about to see as the gates are opening up just about now. We've got Cyber P in the left spawn. Swiftwater first is a very quiet point usually. Not much happens unless there's some crazy plays. Just most teams just hold inside of the tunnel, not really exiting out too much, unless your name is K&D, where you do some funky forward hold.
It looks like Flamingo is trying to aggressively seek out this SPS against Benatti. He gets Starly in the process. Red Team has no demo. They're going to have to play a lot more passive in first tunnel here.
Yeah, that's an excellent pick to start off the round for the blue team. It's going to push Red out of tunnel very fast enough to get set up on second. Not really willing to risk losing any more players to a sniper pick.
Scientific getting caught. He did go for the pick on Benatti there. Was unfortunate getting caught by the likes of Loxic and Train. He will not be able to get a pick on Benatti, which would have been huge for the side of Checkmate. It looks like they're just going up to apartments here. We see a Flog, actually. They're going to Uber in. He doesn't decide to Flog. I don't think he has Flog just yet.
Yeah, no Flog on that Flog Pyro. And the Uber doesn't get popped out by Red. That's an exchange gone bad. Ty didn't have to use at all. So they have full ad holding this point.
And I can only assume that Onion's now going to be taking off the Flog. The Flog not having worked the first time. Them having committed into it. Now the attacking team, Checkmate at a complete Uber disad, they decide to go through the main tunnel instead to maybe push out some sort of dry push in through yard, look for picks on their sniper.
Possibly, it's a good strategy at first to try and get the Ubers out as fast as possible and then maybe build it out with Fist of Steel. But it doesn't work if the enemy medic doesn't use it in return. Otherwise, you're just left out to dry.
And Jordan goes down instantly from Benatti.
Yeah, that's really not looking good with Manwich coming up on 100% Uber. You're bleeding players, bleeding time now, and you just lost your heavy as well. Dynamo going down. The common member just bleeding one by one, and now we're back at even Ubers, but you can't even take it. You can't even take an exchange.
Flamingo does win the SVS here. Benatti down. It is a little bit of an opening. Checkmate does have Uber here. Benatti is still down. But they're going through apartments here when they have their sniper pick. It looks like an apartment exchange is coming in through. Let's see.
Ty still has not
holding on to their Uber. They don't even need to use.
It's been 2 entire Uber charges that come out and Ty has not used.
They don't need to. It looks like Checkmate is just completely getting stuffed. Loxic jiggle peeking that corner on Pyro, stuffing the Uber perfectly without even needing any support from his team.
Yeah, Loxic is doing a fantastic job keeping the spam in that tiny alleyway, letting Ty sit very comfortably under the stairs. That's been 2 Ubers by now that blue team has popped and red has just completely ignored.
But Flamingo is inside tunnel. Flamingo loses the SVS though, and it looks like once again blue team Checkmate is going absolutely nowhere with this push. Flamingo goes down. KL gets stabbed on card. And
Yeah,
Starly
blue team
using
down
the
half their
loose
team.
cannons.
I do like that loose cannon, you know, with the loose cannon you bounce them around in upper, it's just even more spam to get through, and more stun and movement to have to get through.
I too am a believer in loose cannon on Swift second defense. Here, it looks like Flamingo is taking another peek around the main tunnel, looking to finally maybe get some sort of meaningful advantage for Checkmate. Checkmate have been on second for a while now. The card is starting to push back.
I think Jordan's looking to take an Uber through main tunnel here. 2 Ubers in through upper not working out too well. They're sitting on equal Ubers. I think Jordan wants to take it in through main to try and get the Ubers out. They're pressuring the gun hard, but it's just not going down.
The gun does
Scientific
go
dies
down.
for it, but it does eventually go down. Combo's still in upper. A lot of teams you like to see sit down and stuff the Uber when it comes out, or else the demo just gets through.
Jordan
The Ubers
misses
come out
the jump.
finally.
Jordan
Red
misses the
uses.
jump.
Jordan gets the sniper, but they haven't even taken any space. Jordan goes down behind. They need to get out here. They need to flood out of the tunnel. Here comes the flood, but no demo.
But they are getting good card time off of this. Dynamosaurus getting a lot of kills, but it's not enough. It looks like Checkmate's push is over for now. But with so much down on the side of Mommyman, KO is in!
KO going for the hero plays, not gonna find it. Kyle beefing a little stab on the medic, no big deal.
But this
The
does
telly's
look...
still up and upper.
This does... Oh, it looks like Mommyman will likely be able to stabilize here. Checkmate is trying to pour in, but Mommyman have all but stabilized now. Everybody's back into position. Loxy drops down, defending the cart. Will be dropping down. It looks like Dynamosaurus is going to be coming through above on heavy here. Will he be getting through? He's on the medic. He's on time.
He gets tie down.
Starly's
That's a huge play. Starly down too. That's a huge play from Dynamosaurus. Nobody watching that upper angle. Jordan spamming from main. No eyes were left upper. They completely left it open. And Dynamosaurus snuck in. Oh, great snipe from Benatti onto Manwich to maybe equalize things here. Now,
he died at
both
99.
Meds dead. That's both medics dead. Only Ty respawning just now. It's only about 5% ad for Ty. Just about even. And blue team's just flooding in. They're using the chaos to try and get the card up, but they're just not getting it.
From the side of Kingpin onto card, but KL will single-handedly secure this card.
Yeah, bombed in, killed Dynamosaurus. Couldn't find Ty though. Not finding Ty is going to make this a little harder for the blue team to push in here. They still have about 15% ad. Will they choose to do something off it? We will have to see.
Now, Mommyman doing a pretty standard bunker hold here. Looks like Benatti. Look where Benatti's at. He's getting caught out.
Oh, that can't be happening to your defense sniper. That just allows Flamingo to just sit in the windows or sit in main and gets rain down shots onto the bunker players.
Oh, but 11 is in. 11 is in. He's in their apartments. He's red.
11 taking out Flamingo. That's a great way to equalize things.
Oh, but he does die. Dynamosaurus in boiler, protecting sniper a little bit late as heavy there, but Checkmate pushing through IT without the help of their heavy. They
comes out. Ty doesn't have it. Ty doesn't have it. If they find Ty, this is really big. Ty 99%. And they managed to get the Uber and pop it out just in time. Jordan having to fall off the main. They found Ty with that 10% ad. I wasn't expecting them to take a 10% Uber ad.
Look where Dynamosaurus is at!
On top of the silos, raining down upon them. And he's farming. Pyro down. Soldier hurt. Their combo's just flooding in through main. They're going to take this point for free.
Dynamosaurus really putting in the work in this attack. Putting Checkmate on his back.
You know, just under 7 minutes to cap 8 points. Looking like a little bit of a below average time so far. They can maybe salvage it if they manage to cap 4th and last quickly. But capping 4th and last quickly is a tough demand on Swiftwater.
Open Manwich is in a dangerous position. He gets pushed out. Dynamosaurus though. Dynamosaurus is just creating so much space for his team.
Yeah, that heavy head glitch up on the hill, up on the left there. It's such an incredibly strong position. Really hard to push heavy out
gets
of.
naughty.
That'll allow blue team to walk up here with the Uber that they just got. Uber comes out. Ty not having used yet. This milk is really good. Uber finally comes down into Loxic. Uber's so much better. And the banner too. They gotta be collapsing on these players in mid.
But look at where Checkmate is. 11 goes in. But he will not be able to find Manwich.
I really need to see a much bigger collapse from the red team here, from Mommyman. They were all stuck in the corner. You had a banner, you had an Uber, you had all these resources that you just didn't get any frags with. Now we see a bit of a dry fight coming in from the blue team, trying to walk up this hill. Dinosaurus going down to Benatti. That's one really key
Dinosaurus
player.
Jordan
too.
down.
The push is crippled. The push is crippled. The Red Sniper just absolutely won that. Just absolutely denied their push.
And
Man
with now,
lives.
once again, both medics even here. We're approaching probably what is going to be another exchange. But let's see if Checkmate decides to take an exchange through Garage here.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to work their sniper into Garage, get him set up in there, and then maybe rotate back to me, maybe get out through Garage to try and take an Uber. It's going to be a tough call when Benatti is still up, still got his eyes set.
Benatti goes down.
Wins the SVS. That's beautiful. That allows them to walk out of Garage here without fear and walk up so far before they have to use Man
Oh,
Drops the spam.
no, Man
Milk is just
drops
a bit
the
too
pipe.
hard. That's heartbreaking. They made so much space. If he just used right at that rock, he would have been fine.
I mean, it's really hard to find an easier push to win on Swiftwater 4th here. It's really heartbreaking what happened to Checkmate there. Milking just a little bit too much.
Yeah, an absolute shame. The Uber did get popped out of tie though, so there isn't a huge disad to push off of.
Benatti dies
goes
to
down.
Scout.
They're taking a lot of space in through this main area. Dynamosaurus in the Heglish can do wonders for his team if he gets a little bit of a tanking. Oh, Uber saw that. That equals out the Ubers here. No more disad.
Dinosaurus is still in the headlight, but it looks like
he's still
he
so
takes like he beats Train. He's still on the headlight. He's still there.
Dynamosaurus is winning, is making
He's
so much
still
space for
alive.
his team. He's putting out so much damage.
He's
Finally having to
eating
make
a
a sandwich
sandwich.
break. Dynamosaurus is making so much room, having so much space in this Heglix. The card time is finally coming in.
But both medics now have Uber, but MMC decides to actually pull out into last with Uber on board and not too much card time either. Let's see if that decision will come bite them in the ass later.
I think it will. I would have tried to take an exchange there and milk out some more time with Dynamosaurus getting down so low every time. You take an exchange there, that's so many flashes for blue team. You saw out so much more time. 10 minutes is already a great time for red, but it could have been even better.
Now, Checkmate all deciding to push upper. It looks like they're going to try to get Train out of the window. Train on the brass piece,
Oh,
just
Jordan
sitting
goes
on the head glitch.
down. That's gonna stop any sort of exchange dreams that blue has.
It looks like they're trying to get some card time, getting once again denied by the gun of Magic. No, Magic doesn't actually have a level 3 yet. He did not. He only has a level 1 right now, but Checkmate isn't able to do anything, and with Flamingo losing the SVS, they're going to have to sit around just a little bit longer.
You know, I have to say, we look at Train here on the Brass Beast, I love it. The Brass Beast is such an underutilized weapon, I feel, and it's going to do wonders here in the Swiftwater last.
I do think Brass Beast does make any player automatically more handsome. We'll see if he's able to use the Brass Beast here. You know, Checkmate is really just going for the card. They're just sacking for the card at the downtime.
Oh, the soldier just bombed through once the upper and killed the NG. Card's almost there. The soldier's still in behind, behind wreaking havoc on the red team while they have to drop down on cart. No sniper, no engineer, so that means no gunning for the time being.
But Train needs to drop down. He's on the Brass Beast. He can't drop down.
He needs to drop down. He's finally dropped down, but can he move? He can't. He can't eat spam. He's eating so much spam. He dies. He goes down, and the cart comes in.
And as great of a second defense that was for the side of MMC, you know, Checkmate really fighting back with a phenomenal fourth and last push.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of crazy to think if maybe Monument had taken that exchange on fourth, this time could have been easily 15 minutes. You know, their fourth was looking pretty well, you know. They were getting med drops, they were denying space. Then all of a sudden they just can't kill Dynamo, they decide to back out with equal Ubers? And then lose last in a minute? That's, you know, that's heartbreaking. I mean, 11:39 is not a horrible time, though. Like, it's pretty decent for defense, but it could have been so much better.
It absolutely could have been. And keep in mind, Swiftwater is one of those maps where, especially at around this level of play, a lot of things can go wrong. Just like what happened to Checkmate on second attack. You know, 11:39 is a really above average time. It's a solid time, and a time I'd never be sad to have, but don't underestimate the ability for things to go wrong on Swiftwater attack. I mean, Monument cannot be comfortable in the situation they're in right now.
Absolutely. Second, such a hurdle. Last, such a hurdle. And note, bunt and Dynamosaurus in the house on red team. They are going to stall for card time. This is a strategy that I love to do. I've done it with players on Somebody Help. I've done it with players on Emma City Nova. And this is such a fun, silly little strategy to do. I adore it. Once the cart goes around that bend, you're going to see Bunt and Dynamosaurus explode onto the cart. Banati and Magic Gnome won't even see this coming. Nobody has spotted it.
Oh my god, they're coming,
and here they come. Here's the explosion with Scientific
They're on the
too.
way.
Banati down. Magic Gnome following suit.
Toxic down.
Toxic down. Maybe their scout going in soon.
Dynamo just ate a banana and he's still back in it.
He's got the banana. I like that. I like the banana. No, that's not the banana. That's the chocolate bar. 50 base HP.
And he's winning the heavy.
They're still, look at all this card time they're stalling. They've stalled a minute on first.
The Bunt is still alive.
They just stalled probably over a minute on first. That was such good work. Their combo is all the way out. Their combo is relaxing. Feed up on second. And Bunt and Dynamosaurus just fought like so much time with that. And Scientific. Scientific was in there too. Can't count him out.
You really can't cut him out. I mean, Scientific had a little bit of a rough attack, but Swordwater attack is pretty difficult for Spy at times. I know the feeling, but, you know, he really did great for his team on first there.
Yeah, we both know that feeling well, and I gotta say, I love the chocolate bar play from Dynamo. As an undefeated invite heavy, 2-0 currently, I did like to experiment with the Locust bar, and I did see some potential in it. It looks like Uber Exchange, maybe? Manwich? 22.
No, there was a sack. Manwich doesn't force at 25 health.
That is absolute balls of steel for Manwich, not forcing, absolute stone-faced. 22 HP does not fall.
That could be the play that actually saves the game for them here.
Absolutely. And notice how red team's playing this. When they heard a call, their combo was possibly in lower, they dropped down to fight it. Something we did not see Mommy Men doing. It's a little bit of a... I've seen teams do both strategies, and we'll see which one comes out on top. They rotate back to upper for the Uber, though.
Mommy Men tried to bait them out and then out-rotate them, but Scientific was there giving comms the whole time. They're unable to out-rotate them. They delayed their exchange, and now we're seeing the same thing, but in reverse from last round. Mommy Men is the one using Uber to absolutely no effect on second attack here.
You know, as long as Scientific is giving those comms, the rotation game will not work. Scientific just calls it, and they can react accordingly. If they manage to catch Scientific, they can very easily bait the absolute hell out of red team here. But Scientific is... Oh, maybe they bump by the scout. Still alive, though.
But he dies.
Oh, Scientific goes down. Red has no comms. Soldier and Heavy and Pyro are going upper right now. They only have their and Dynamosaurus there. This can be huge.
Oh,
Uber
and
comes
an exchange comes out.
3 people coming into upper.
Look at upper right now.
Manwich doesn't even have Uber. They were Fist of Steel building or something. Oh, this collapse. This
it's
Uber,
just out to Dynamosaurus. It's up to Dynamosaurus versus the world. They have banner.
Dynamosaurus with a banner and bunt. Oh no, level 1 gun and a scout. Maybe just barely. The flank manages to keep it alive, but for how long? Spawners on red so punishing.
Kyle is still alive, and maybe we'll see if he goes for a spy play here. Coop is a load on card. He decides not to risk the play. He will be instead just going for a more safe play. We see KL is already setting up on third here, so it looks like they're playing to leave second, actually.
No, Jordan looks like he wants to stop this for as long as he can, honestly. I think Engineers doesn't want to risk getting set up on second just for it to go down.
Look at above. Look at upper in apartments.
Train and Kingfin still have so much presence in upper. They finally retake it, but at what cost? Flamingo, no defending sniper. Scout on the blue card. They're not stopping card.
She's on the blue card.
Oh, the card got way too close. Engineer high in the sky. Magic Gnome. What a surf for Magic Gnome.
Oh, he gets the cap.
Oh, there's 5 players. They gotta shoot him there.
Oh, I mean, he just air blasted them away. They missed.
All right, 4 minutes. 4 minutes to cap second. That's pretty damn good, I gotta say. That's pretty, you know. Second is like one of the biggest hurdles on this map, and getting through it relatively quickly, that's fantastic.
But I mean, we have seen teams getting completely stuffed by this bunker hold before. There has been a team I've been on before that has completely failed to stuff out bunker pushes.
Yeah, I've been on a team like that too. I lost a playoffs game to the bunker hold, funnily enough. That's crazy. K&D versus QD, season 7. But Train, look at Train's positioning right now. He's just taking this high ground and raining down health.
He's
Kyle
just
gets
on the horn like it's nobody's
kill.
business. They're dropping down. They're getting an absorptive amount of
Dynamo
car
Source
time.
goes
It's
down
not
to
against
Sniper. They
Dynamo
forced the
Source.
Uber out. Kai doesn't even have to use. He doesn't even have. He doesn't even have.
Kai
Uber comes
is
out from
safe.
Jordan,
No
and
one
they
is-
only find
no
like
one is
Train
taking
and
pressure on
Ethan.
him. Oh,
And
Jordan
the Uber
goes
comes
down.
out. Yep, the Uber
They
comes
might
out
not
from
even have
blue.
to
This
use
is a
here.
good point.
Oh, they do elect to use here, but I don't think they actually used it. Jordan was already dead right before the exchange, I think.
I think it's one of those plays, it's like, alright, use, and then you hear the sniper call, like, right before you use, and you don't want to, can't counter the call.
Oh, look how where Checkmate is going. They're doing it. They're trying to retake fourth through the house.
This is a great way to do it. You bring your sniper onto the high ground, let him rain down hell, and then you drop off instead of playing on the low ground. This is a great way to try and retake fourth here. But Train in that head glitch is going to be a very hard thing to get rid of.
I mean, Checkmate is relying on Flamingo here to make some opening picks for them. Flamingo making a lot of space, but he needs to get some sort of meaningful advantage here. He's going to take the SPS against Benalia, who's on cart. But Jordan gets no support from his team. Jordan going down here to Starly.
Yeah, and Bonk Scientific went in early, got nothing. Uber comes
Then
out,
Manwich
but it's
has
not
to
stopping
use.
cart.
Kai at 50 health, but he's at 98.
This is looking pretty disastrous for Checkmate right now, Mommy Man is kind of just running them over on this defense. Capping fourth with 5 minutes to push last. That is a pretty
And they didn't
decent
even have
amount
to
of
use.
time.
They have ad here. They have full
Exactly, full ad. Now it looks like Mommy Man is going to look to take a lobby here, taking a push either through the top right or the top left, depending on where they're feeling lucky. Gonna need some sort of miracle play to keep Checkmate in this.
Oh, Dynamo's instantly out. Dynamo Source is
that could help
instantly
out.
dead.
Oh, that's really hard. That's really hard for
I think it's going to go in for a
Checkmate.
hero play here. He does manage to get Z, but it's not.
The Uber's already out. The
enough.
Uber's out. It's a Pyro Uber. It's a Pyro Uber.
Oh,
They're walking
Kyle
out.
gets 2
Guns down.
stats on Flamingo and KO.
Oh, this is over. This is over. The cart time's about
But
to
no
come
cart
in
time.
any second now, right? Surely, right? Yeah, no, 2 up. It's Scientific and Coop. They can't do anything.
And it looks like the first half is going to be going in the favor of Mommy Men checking in a relatively quick first half. And in my opinion, a pretty dominant performance on the side of Mommy Men checking in. Definitely against the expectations I had. I really thought that this would be a much more closer first half, or half in the favor of Checkmate, really.
Yeah, it's hard to see, it looks like such a strong, a pretty decent time for the Mindmen to defend, and Checkmate could very easily, get it done, but the pieces didn't fall into place. The pieces did not fall into place. Like Manwich living on second 22 HP, not using was great. But then the rotations just boggled them. Scientific dying in tunnel. Second captain, like 5 minutes. And they had the great first too as well, with getting like over a minute just on first, just from the flank. But after second point, it kind of all went downhill.
I mean, really, I definitely do think the deal breaker for Checkmate was that second attack. I mean, that second attack was disastrous.
Oh yeah, it took so long.
I mean, you exchange in on first there to try and do a Face of Steel build afterwards, but if you want to do that, you need to force their med first.
Yeah, and it took 3 Ubers to get that exchange out. 3. I really think they need to take more people in on that exchange. They need to take maybe, at first it's only like a flog pyro with no flog and a demo. And I guess they're expecting most teams to just kind of insta use because they see the Uber. But when you're playing against like smarter teams, they know not to use unless they feel threatened or someone like actually makes them use. And they just didn't have to use. Ty didn't have to use like whatsoever.
And even the second Uber, their Loxing just single-handedly jiggle peeking around the corner. You will see higher level Pyros do that often on Swiftwater defense, where they'll just jiggle peek and they'll be able to deny any apartments Uber without even needing an Uber.
Yeah, absolutely. These things, what a lot of teams have opted to do, or that I've seen, is that they'll actually take maybe a scout into upper to kill this pyro rather quickly, Hopefully a scout lands some very quick meat shots with the Uber, or even manage to slip through and just get onto the medic. I know that's what Apollodosh, currently known as League of Legends and Invite, does. They normally take a Pyro Scout over, Pyro to stuff, Scout to get through. Swertier is another team that takes a Scout, and I believe they take their Pyro in as well. But instead they have their Pyro jump out the window and come in from an opposite angle to sort of pincer them. But we're not really seeing that level of depth from these second exchanges. It's kind of just, we'll use and we'll hope they use, and they don't use. And there's no plan for when they don't use.
Now that I'm looking at the logs, coming into this matchup, a lot of people were favoring Benatti over Flamingo on the side of Mummyman checking in, favoring the sniper matchup in their favor, but actually Flamingo was doing phenomenal on that first half, getting 17 kills, getting 4 more than Benatti, and actually winning the SVS. But despite that, Mummyman checking in actually just picked the first half in a decisive manner. It just doesn't look like Jordan is getting the support he needs from his team right now.
Yeah, if we're just looking at the stats, we have let's look at scouts. Scout for Mummyman, 20 and 16, 10 assists. That's pretty solid, pretty alright for a scout on payload. We're not looking at invite scouts right now who are expected to drop 80 bombs every game. But then you have Ku, who's running 10 and 13. You can't be going that low. On scout, you're one of the best classes in the game. I get it, card pusher, but if you play around your demo, there's plenty of frags to be had.
It definitely doesn't look like Coop and Jordan are on the same page, or both of them having a relatively rough performance here. Jordan is putting out it's actually notable. Jordan is putting out higher DPM than Starly, but Starly has has much more kills and much less deaths at that result.
Absolutely. And I gotta say, one of the star players, I think, for Red, despite losing, is Bunt. I saw multiple banners coming out from Bunt. I saw him working with Scientific to, try and make plays happen on defense for salvages, but they just weren't coming together, entirely, without support from the rest of their team. But Bunt was still giving a really good effort with those banners, and with bombs, just plenty of picks to go around.
And we even see that, outside of the banner, we even see his impact on the logs. I mean, really top fragging when your team loses a Swiftwater half with over 5 minutes on the clock. That's impressive.
Yeah, he seemed to be dominating the flank, with 5 scout kills, and even helping out with the combo too. 2 demos, 2 heavies, 2 meds, and 2 snipers. That's a pretty decent spread if you're Bunt. If I'm checkmate right now, I'm really looking into making sure my second exchanges go a lot better, because that just costed so much time on second, and making sure my demo gets more support from my scout. Those two should be glue. I gotta say, it's looking rough if you're checkmate right now. Down 1-0 at the start, you gotta pick yourself up from the bootstraps and get it going again.
I do want to ask you, what do you think Checkmate has to do now to really come back and turn things around and really push Swiftwater to a tiebreaker round?
They need to polish up their second. Polishing up their second pushes will be one of the best things that they can do. Second is easily one of the most infamous stopwatch points, in all of Highlander, rivaling Upward Last. It's incredibly difficult to push. There are strategies how to break it. There are strategies how to hold it. Something I'd also like to see, I'm not too sure if I saw it, but too much. I'd like to see more coordination on the sentry gun on defense with Enforcer and Soldier spam. Swiftwater second is a point where there is a lot, and I mean a lot of places for you to enforce it from, and I just don't feel like it was getting utilized enough.
I do agree with that statement. I mean, as an engineer, anyone that's ever played engineer on Swiftwater second knows how it feels. It feels like there's an infinite amount of places the spy can enforce the gun from, and there's not much your team can do about it, with the spy being so far away for your flank members to deal with.
Yeah, the only solution is to sick your scout on them. Trust me, as playing spy and invite, I know if I have my enforcer out, I know their engineer is sicking their scout on me. Scout, get the damn spy! And it's what you have to do. There's no other class that can do it, really.
And it is incredibly unfun when that scout starts chasing you to their spawn.
Oh yeah, 2 spy mage casters up high.
I'm gonna ask that you wash your hands first.
Looks like we're going into the second half here. Oh, checkmate looking to bring this to a third map. A third round. Monument looking to close out map 1 with a nice 2-0 sweep on Swiftwater.
And keep in mind, this map was actually picked by Checkmate here, and Mommy Man really coming into this match thought Swiftwater was one of the weaker maps. So to see such a dominant first half on the defense side, it really sets a bad precedent for Checkmate. Hopefully they're able to turn this around. I would love to see Swiftwater being taken to a tiebreaker half, but they're gonna really have to change up how they're approaching second, and they're really gonna have to figure out what's going on between their scout and them, which doesn't feel like they're on the same page a lot of the times.
Absolutely, and as the gates open up, we see a pretty standard first. You know, getting cart time, relaxing. I will note, Bunt and Dynamo back in the house. Dynamo's got that fish cake, got that 50 extra health. I love it. Hopefully they'll get cleared out this time.
The direct hit sack coming out from Kingpin. Dynamosaurus getting focused down, but Dynamosaurus will actually get Starly. Hunt gets Kingpin, and Train goes down to Scientific.
You know, Scientific, I'm not sure what happened. Scientific, I'm sure he called for collapse on the cart there. Guy kind of got baited by his house players. They were all fighting some soldier off near the apartments. But just, he managed to get Train, and his teammates just didn't follow up. Looks like they're not going to manage to get as much time as they did the first round. Still a decent bit of delay. Wait, Bunt's still alive in the house. No way he gets more than a kill.
Bunt is still alive in the house. He does get denied. Unfortunately, no kill for him. And Checkmate, they see that Bunt's gone down. They were now pulling out of first. They're going to get situated up on second at no cost of any other players. It looks like Mommy Man Train already going up to apartments. It looks like the rest of this combo is following, and we're probably going to see what is likely an upper exchange, or actually what's more likely is a sack like we did in the first half. We've seen that Mommy Man like to send these sacks through upper without using it. Let's see if they're able to do it again. Manwich last time didn't force with balls of steel. We'll see how it goes this time. It looks like they're up there with a Man-Tread soldier.
Oh, here comes the sack. Manwich not using 73 HP. Sitting nice and comfy, no Ubers popped.
And Dynamosaurus is once again on the chocolate bar. He's on the fish cake. He has at 350 HP and getting another pop.
You know, unfortunately, one of the downfalls of the chocolate bar of the fish cake is that it doesn't really help when you're playing combo heavy. Because if you're getting buffed from your medic, your overheal doesn't go to 500, it stays at 450. Oh, and
we'll
look
be
at that.
seeing an exchange
Enforcer sentry
upper?
gun. Enforcer gun down. Enforcer sentry gun. I love it. Love to see it. That's what we absolutely need.
Doesn't really get anywhere. I mean, and this is the reason why, you know, the meta has really shifted away from apartment splashes, right? It's just so hard to get anywhere, and it's, you know, without getting stuffed by the pyro. We see that Mommy Men are now rotating down, but Checkmate, they get the comms from Scientific that they're rotating down, and they drop down to meet them early in the tunnel themselves. This time it's Mommy Man that's stuck.
Kyle just 1v1 Flamingo and upper, surrounded by 2 people, and won, and then got out with, no, he didn't get out with his life. But he managed to get a sniper kill. That's really impressive. That's really not an easy thing to do on Swiftwater second when the Pyre is hanging.
Usually it requires the opponents to make some terrible mistake.
Yeah. You know, sniper, they're working Benatti in through main tunnel, looking to find some picks on the player's upper. Actually, the Uber's coming up from main here. Manwich doesn't just quite have yet. Sentry gun goes down. They're walking this Uber into Spiral.
Loxic is just Ubered in and walking through tunnel. No, sorry,
through Spiral. Manwich only at 95. They need to get this Uber to recollapse, or maybe even not. Manwich is 20 HP with full Uber, and blue team just collapses. They just die. No Uber needed.
I mean, a really poor showing coming in from the upper Uber. You really need some sort of pressure from a pop to force red team to use there.
Yeah, you know.
But instead, Manwich is able to just
Uber ad too. It's advantage, you know. If they just followed up their pyro and spiral, maybe they could have gotten the med kill before Manwich even got. But no, There wasn't card time, nor was there pressure on the enemy medic, and they just all collapsed, and they collapsed and died because of it.
Scientific in the back of Scientific in the back of
Aggressive defensive Uber!
But the defense aggressive Uber, will they find Ty? No, Ty does manage to
Scientific
get
was in
out.
on the back end, but not managing to land a stab onto Ty, nor the following up revolver shots.
As a result, Ty will get out, and now we have a sizable 50% Uber ad going in the favor of Mommy Men. It looks like Mommy Men are electing to actually use their apartments again. Scientific is not alive.
No, they're going through tunnel. They're going through tunnel. They Fist of Steel built that last 30% and they're running it through tunnel. Charlie's going fast. They know they have this ad here. They want to use it.
The rest of the team needs to pour in. That's how Yard Uber works. Everybody needs to pour in now. It can't just be the Medigan Demo. Medigan Demo out there, but Ty cut out.
From Kingpin doing lots of damage and upper. Onion drops down, killing Train somehow.
But Onion killing everybody.
Oh, it's a 4v4. It's a scrappy DM fight. Dynamosaurus is going to be the man to watch here. Triple pipe by Starly. Starly, 10 HP on the cart. Clutching it out for
really being the hero his team needs here. He's been doing great both halves now. It looks like after 5 minutes they managed to finally cap second. Not an ideal time, but far from terrible too.
Yeah, it's about what we saw, the same as last half. So it's not too horrible indeed. We're gonna have to see how the rest of the points go. Equal Ubers, nothing coming out just yet. Both meds are on 40%. Blue team trying to set their sniper up in the apartment windows. Gun going down, no gun for red team. And we'll have to see how blue managed to take that. Red managed to take out the soldier defending the sniper, which leaves Banana a little bit open.
They're all above them right now, and it looks like Starly is now looking for angles. Jordan almost dying to the sticky trap Starly set out here.
Look at Train's positioning again. How does Train keep getting on this high ground? Well, and their magic gnome just capped for free.
They just cap with no resistance. Where is the card presence from the side of Checkmate? Surely their flank must be doing something.
I think it's a hard position to be in. When you let Train have that upper position, it's hard to peek out without just taking heavy spam from that heavy and get onto the cart. And I think that's what will cause the end of success. Uber Exchange comes out.
Dropped in the Uber.
Yeah, Uber Exchange comes out in the favor of Checkmate here. They need to stall some time in these last 2 points. They need it here. 1 minute for third, and not even that big of a roll. It was a pretty even situation on third, and they capped it so fast. They need this time on fourth and last. They need it.
It looks like they're going to be elected to go all the way through the garage. Their team is Royal guarding for Benatti. I think they're actually building Uber in here.
Kyle gets Manwich! Kyle has just opened up this point for Mommy Men. This is huge here.
They're actually
Banner coming out from the defense.
Disrespecting the sight line. Just walking out of garage. No respect.
Bunt gets tied, and those are the plays you like to see. Button Scientific, both collapsing on the med, and they get the med and the sniper with that banner. Beautiful plays from the soldier and spy from Checkmate. And Scientific still going crazy, getting two of the cart players. That was a fantastic salvage from Checkmate. Fantastic.
We talk a lot about second point, but fourth is another point that's going to be really, really hard to push if the opponent's sniper isn't dying. But speaking of snipers, Benatti wins the SVS. Flamingo does go down here. Mommy Men pushing with Uber Disab, but Sniper going down on fourth defense is huge for the side of Mommy Men. It looks like they're just walking. Starly goes down, though, loses the Nemo EM fight. Benatti is down, and this fight is guttered for the side of LNC. It looks like they have to salvage or get out right now without losing their medic. Onion is on them, but Onion doesn't get tied. Loxic just walking in. Loxic about to die. And the push peters out once again for the side of... Going towards the side of Checkmate here. Checkmate now has Uber. They have Uber before. They have slight Uber
20% ad over Ty. Will they try to take an aggressive Uber? Ty is very forward here. If they go for an aggressive Uber, we're siyo. Ty can get caught out here. Ty is so low. Ty is nothing getting them. Ty is 95%. What a beautiful aggressive Uber from the side of Checkmate. That's what you need. That's what you need on this defense.
They really, really leveraged the tiny bit of Uber ad they had on defense. Phenomenal play coming out from the side of Checkmate. That's real. But Manwich dies.
Oh, Manwich dies to Benatti. Oh, that's going to make it a bit easier for blue team to push in, but they still lost so much time on this fourth point. And with the salvages coming out of Checkmate, I'm not too confident that they'll be able to push even with Manwich down.
Flamingo dies, Dynamo dies as well.
Let's see. It looks like we're gonna maybe see another play from Bunt and Scientific for a salvage, or not. No, they're getting the card for free. Never mind.
Oh, but Bunt just feeds, and now look at it. 9 minutes
Yeah,
to the last.
the
Not
time
an ideal
passed
time,
for
but
sacking, trying to salvage. That's not looking good. 3-4 minutes, not too horrible for fourth. Now, last is where you really, really want to hold it. Like, last is, again, a hard point to push. So if Checkmate can get a solid 4 minutes out of this, I'd say they're in good standings. But the full Uber ad coming in from Monument, coming in through that
Onion
that
goes
lobby
down
side.
before the exchange.
No pyro to stuff it. No scout to be
And
in
the
for the
scout
post.
boomer is coming
Jordan,
in.
No minutes.
Oh, but the
Dinosaurus
gun
trying his
is
best.
a level 1 sentry gun, kills both Z and Kai.
I don't know if it's gonna matter in the end, because it's only
But no
Dinosaurus
card
left
time,
on the card,
absolutely
really.
no card time whatsoever.
I know Dinosaurus defending it with his life. Dinosaurus and Bunt are the only players alive, but now Jordan, the reinforcements have arrived. Cheers, love, the cavalry's here. Wrong game, my bad. Kyle beefing a stab onto their combo. This game could have been pretty cleanly secured for blue team, but
Yo,
what
it
is the
looks like it's
sentry
going to be
gun in
going
main?
just a
Oh
little
my
bit longer.
God.
Another failed push from the side of Monument, but Dinosaurus and Onion are forced down. It looks like Onion, he does have the detonator, so once he gets healed, he will be able to actually get out.
Onion,
of
the
the
sole
pit.
survivor on card. Oh, he missed the jump once. He likes just to climb the stairs.
Yep,
Understanding where he failed.
and he will recover from his failures.
Let's see, Scientific going down. Won't be able to call any rotates or be in for any posts or calling any
Oh,
aggressive.
but Kyle's just on the
Kyle
card.
and
Kyle
Cartman's
gets
trapped.
the cards.
When the card's that close, you really gotta have eyes on it. You gotta have, like, Jordan looking at it. You gotta have someone, like, eyes on it.
You
it's
need
not
some
close enough.
stickies, maybe a
Yeah,
heavy,
you need sticks. You need something. You're not at the point where you need to have someone sitting on it all times to prevent that. But there was plenty of time to get Kyle off the cart there. That cannot be happening for the side of Checkmate. But 10:36. Not too far off of our time from last map, from our last half. It will be a little difficult for the side of Checkmate to push. I am not too sure if they're going to be able to improve their time by around a minute, 30 seconds. If they clean up their second, I can totally see it happening, and this going to a third half.
Keep in mind, Checkmate actually had really good pushes on every other point. If they don't get stuffed as hard as they did on second, I can easily see this half going to the side of Checkmate. 10:36 is definitely not a bad time for the side of defense.
Absolutely. If Checkmate just cleans up their gameplay, I think it can be a very, very winnable half for them.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And with the gates popping open, we're seeing some boring Swiftwater first. Players on the card, nobody peeking out too much of tunnel. Demo bomb to Jordan
no,
in,
they
Lenny
sacked.
Sicky,
They're
not
sacking.
too much damage.
Will Train die? No, he doesn't. Benatti!
Oh my god, penalty!
Benatti!
Oh, Jordan! That was an air pipe and a half from Jordan to take out Benatti. This lets Flamingo take lots of free spam to tunnel. Yeah, they just have to leave. Monument just has to leave tunnel. They're not willing to risk it without a sniper.
Absolutely not. Losing your sniper so early in the sack, what is Benatti really doing standing out there? It's just simply not worth the risk versus reward.
He was going for some sort of like clutch shot, maybe a quick shot, but he stayed out just too long. Didn't even move when the sacks came out. Guess they expected them to die much faster. But now, here comes Swiftwater's second. We'll see if these Checkmate Ubers are any more effective. Oh, it seems we have a pause. Tech pause? Who knows?
A pause coming out here. My timer is bugged, so it is still continuing, so I will be... But, if you're Checkmate, this is a really good start, right? Losing absolutely no times, having permanent ×3 on card. It really does look like where Checkmate is much better than Monument is pushing first.
Mm-hmm. And let's take a quick look at Checkmate's positioning here. They're looking to want to take the exchange here. If we remember from the first half, Ty did not use for 2 exchanges. So what Checkmate wants to get here is they want that exchange to come out so fast. they cannot risk wasting 3 whole Uber charges on Ty not using. I really hope they bring in, maybe Bunt, maybe Dynamosaurus, maybe I want to see every single player that's in upper right now, maybe except for Manwich, sack. Or at least be in the exchange.
But Onion does have Flog. Onion does have Flog.
Oh, does he have the Flog? He has the full thing. This could be good. This could be the difference maker if they choose Ascendant only Onion. No, let's note Scientific's positioning right now. Scientific is in a pretty good position to enforce the gun. There's a couple spots that he can do it from house, but Kingfin is not too far away, so he could get caught out and maybe get sicked on, to get rid of him. But we'll see.
Something worth noting. I have spotted his drip, and Bunt is wearing the Mantreds.
Oh, Bunt is wearing the Mantreds. Red alert. Bunt cannot be air blasted.
At the cost of some drip, Bunt is getting air blast resistance.
Alright, now, I don't think the Mantreds are that dripless. I think they're an alright looking pair of shoes. Come on now.
I do think there are other cosmetics that, much more effectively express the drip of a player than the Mantreds. The Mantreds, they're okay. They're very useful in the sense that, they're the type of boots that are going to keep you warm. They're the type of boots that are going to make you immune to air blast. The unpause comes out.
The Flog comes out.
The Flog goes in.
Oh, the Uber comes out. Oh, they're getting stopped. They're getting fucking
stopped.
Oh,
the loose cannon. But they do get the
Uber The Uber comes out though. My HUD is broken. I did not see the Ubers hopped at first, but the Ubers did indeed come out. That is a HUD reload scheme moment, so I can see the Ubers, and I still cannot see the Ubers climbing. That's okay though. That's a pause moment. So let's see. Dynamosaurus getting into upper here. Yeah, it looks like this is a very successful exchange from Checkmate. This is exactly what we wanted to see.
I mean, and look at them. They're just pouring out now. Mommy Men are pushed all the way out of third. What an incredible second push coming out from Checkmate. We talked about big 6-second pushes. Well, what about this for a second push? And
I think beautiful.
Wait, I think Onion might have another Flog for third.
Oh, that could be deadly. That could be evil if Onion, drops down from above into this bunker hold with the Uber.
Target stab.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking if you're Mommy Men right now. And then you just get Ubered into 1-3. This is such an explosive offense from Checkmate. If they continue this pace, this will be another half so easily.
Now this is another point where if your sniper is simply winning the SPS, you can hold for an exorbitant amount of time. Benatti gets Jordan, but Benatti loses the SPS.
Flamingo wins the SPS. That's huge for Checkmate. That's huge. That is absolutely what you need if you're Checkmate right now.
Dinosaurs will be going down. Losing your heavy on this offensive push here really consequential.
Yeah, it's not looking the best, but they do have a little bit of ad to work with, around 15%. If they do manage to take it, this could look good.
My HUD is actually broken. I cannot see Ubers, even after HUD reload scheme.
And yet the Ubers come out now. They do not like to take it with ad. Ties will be coming up just about now. The Uber comes out, maybe to save Starly. No, they're letting go only with the banner.
The banner's salvaging it right now.
Yeah, no, the banner being used in place of a counter Uber. Working
Dynamo goes down.
Effectively.
It looks like there's nobody left in. KO goes down, and this push is dead in the water for the side of Checkmate. Finally, Mommy Men stabilizing. Finally winning an exchange.
Oh yeah.
Locks instantly goes down to Flamingo, however.
It's such an explosive 3 points, right? You really need this if you're Checkmate right now. Or sorry, if you're Mommy Men. You need this point to stabilize on. Bleed some time. That we can also bleed some time unless Bunt high in the sky, shot down by a sentry gun. Oh, it's looking rough. My HUD's back in full action somehow. Thank you TF2 servers and SCV. So it's all looking good. So let's see. Checkmate coming up on Uber.
And Manwich flows down. Wait, what did Manwich die to there actually?
Sniper, Benatti. Maybe he got caught from one of a cheeky sightline. I'm not too sure. I didn't see the sightline myself.
incredibly unfortunate. It looks like both teams are actually struggling on pushing fourth here after relatively good second pushes.
Yeah, you know, if Checkmate manages to break this even in like 2 or 3 minutes, that still leaves a decent time to push last. But they need to start making some progress here. The cart's still so far back.
Unsuccessful sack wave coming in. I mean, they have to send sack waves right now. They're at such giant disat. They have nothing to do other than make room for their sniper and send sack waves. But Flamingo not finding anything just yet. The sack waves proving to be unsuccessful. Both flight members of Mommy Men are back up again. Bunt in position to go for a bomb. Let's see if he decides to do it.
Yeah, Kyle actually decloaking on the players in Garage, getting caught out immediately. Manwich not risking to go down to a spy, coming up on that Uber. Ubers are equaling out here. Jordan's looking to take it up through main. Will Bonatti find a quick combo pick before the exchange happens? No Uber comes out from Jordan.
Uber will come out, exchange, but Loxic is dropped. And no pyro for this exchange. No entry for this exchange. Jordan.
Oh, the heavy's in the head glitch. Car time's coming in. Oh, Dynamo-saurus gets stabbed. That's huge for Checkmate.
Ty dies.
Oh, Ty goes down. Onion just went absolutely crazy. That is just what you need from Checkmate. A beautiful wipe going into last. They need to get time stay on the cart and spawn camping as soon as possible. And you see Jordan's already on it.
Oh, Bunt is already in. Bunt is in. Bunt a little too early, a little too excited. He does die here.
Jordan
really
needs to get more
stifling
stickies.
the momentum
Jordan
that
needs
Checkmate
to be
has.
stuffing those spawn doors. I think if Jordan was a little bit faster stuffing those spawn doors, this could have been an easy half for them. But now they're starting to get some sort of hold setup. Level 2 up, sniper up, heavy on the brass.
Really?
This is going to be a toughie.
Last. That's great. That's a good amount of time. That you're really happy if you're Checkmate right now, especially with a 30% ad. Checkmate are aware that they do have ad. It looks like, or are they? It looks like they're not actually doing too much with it right now.
Coming through main. Is Jordan going to bomb from upper? We're about to find out. Oh no, they're too slow. The Ubers equal out. Uber comes out. It's an Uber on the cart. The fist is still on the cart. No, they can't stop it. They can't stop it. The banner has to drop down. Loxy gets forced to drop down the stuff.
But
Uber and banner popped out. Manwich still alive, which is good, but the push has been successfully halted.
This push has been successfully halted, but note the cart time. I mean, if you're Checkmate and you have that much time, you're happy about any little bit of cart time you're getting, regardless of if the push worked or not.
That is true, you know. If I'm scientific here, I'm just looking to get as much cart time with my life as possible. I'm going spy school, I'm going dinner here, and I'm jumping on the cart.
Very aggressive position.
Kingpin being the person to drop down onto the cart. Oh, Scientific getting caught before he can get more cart time. If Kingpin just living with the block box retaliator, getting absolutely tanked by Doug.
He's just living like an actual soldier here, just living alone with no support from his team.
Yeah, he's getting tanked, but there needs to be somebody to shoot at him, right? Surely a sniper, anybody. Oh, Scientific on cart. They're not looking. Oh, he gets so much cart
god,
time
it's Scientific gets another bit of progress. 3 minutes to just nudge the cart.
As soon as Kingpin got off, Scientific got on and made so much progress.
Oh, and look, now Train has to go down. Train has to go down on Fist of Steel.
And that Dynamo-saurus is just
He's getting tanked from his team, but he can't live down there forever.
Oh no, and here comes Scientific again to try and get some cart time. Maybe even to kill Train. He doesn't realize Train's still on it, body blocking. 1 HP on Train. The cart coming in. Oh, they drop down. Uber's out.
The exchange coming out. This is an exchange favored the side of Checkmate. A lot of good Ubers. But Jordan position. Jordan beats a saw. No, he doesn't.
Jordan. Oh, he doesn't get the saw. Jordan blows up.
But look at it. Mommy Men are in such a desperate position here. Almost nobody up. Just a demo right in the pit.
Kyle dropped down. The cart time comes in. 2 minutes left and the cart
comes in.
You know, we talked about Checkmate needing an explosive, second, a fast second. And boy, did they deliver. Like, capping 3 points in 2 minutes? 2.5 minutes? Oh, that's exactly what you're looking for. That is so good from the side of Checkmate. That is exactly what they need to get themselves back into this game.
I mean, we talked about what Checkmate had to do to adapt to the second half to take this to a tiebreaker, to take it Swiftwater to a tiebreaker half. We talked about they need to clean up a second. And if that doesn't count as cleaning up your second, I don't know what does.
Yeah, that was a beautiful display of adaptation from Checkmate. And I gotta say, watching Checkmate blow through like the first 3 points, and then only a few hiccups on fourth and last, right? Like fourth, we had a couple hiccups, Manners going down once or twice, not really getting in. But then Kyle coming in with such a clutch med pick. It's just crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Or sorry, Scientific coming in with it's just a beautiful plays from Checkmate. So nice.
And now the positions are reversed. It's now on Mommy Men to shift the tides and to adapt themselves to figure out how they can take the first map. Because remember, we don't give out partial points for taking points on maps. You need to win the map itself for it to count.
Absolutely. Now, if you're a Mommy Man, what are you looking for to close out this map? What are you looking to change?
I think you have to figure out what's going on fourth. I mean, you really saw Mommy Men pushing, dry fighting fourth with uber disad positions several times, and it's been getting them caught out. Checkmate, a team that's relatively smart with these offensive ubers on defense, it got Mommy Men numerous times on attack. We saw it happen twice on fourth. I think Mommy Men just need to figure out what they're doing on fourth. They look lost on that point.
Oh yeah, they were playing with this disad position, and I think that's where the experience of Jordan really shines, calling these aggressive ubers. They only had about 10-15% ad when Jordan calls this uber, and he just walks straight at Ty. The Bunce bomb comes in, Ty's at 95, begging to get the last 5%, but he goes down to 2 rockets, or it's a rocket in a pipe, or a rocket in a sticky, and he just wasn't in the right position. It's one of those things where like, okay, well, it's only 50%. They surely won't push off this, right? And even if they do, I'll have time to get the last 5%. But no, it just happens so fast. You need to be baiting and until you get the full Uber. It's just something you need to do. Or else just get Ubered on, and then you lose it.
Not only that, but, correct, I could be mistaken, but I also believe that Dynamasaurus, another player with a lot of veteran experience, way back from the UGC days, I believe he's another player with a solid voice in the presence of Checkmate's comms. And, we're now going into tiebreaker half on Swiftwater. It's 1-1. It's now a check situation. Let's see if Mommy Men can spot what Checkmate is trying to do. Move their king out of the way.
Absolutely. I'm just taking a quick peek at the logs, Sniper's a lot more even this time. Both Snipers getting 17 kills. SVS, pretty even 3-4 in the favor of Bonatti. Crew still having a rough game on Scout, but Jordan really stepped up. Jordan, had 200 more DPM than Starly. That's a pretty big demo gap, a gap in DPM, and I think especially with those aggressive Ubers, that's where Jordan really brought it back for this half for Checkmate.
It looks like Kyle, who was on a really, really high ride after first half, definitely has been slowed down much more. Now, I don't know if that's whether he's playing worse or perhaps Checkmate has adapted much and become much more spy aware in the second half, but definitely the spy for Mommy Man Checkmate and not leveraging as many advantages as he did for his team on the first half.
Yeah, and so something I gotta point out: Onion 17-9. What a stat line for a Pyro.
On Swiftwater, especially, you don't
on
really
payload.
See that every day.
On payload, you look at Pyros and you're like, ugh, detonator spam. 150 DPM, 3 kills, 20 deaths. But going almost a 2.0 KD on Pyro?
Really salvaging the Pyro name, showing that it's not all about just helicoptering on your medic, showing that there is more to the class, and definitely getting stuff done. I mean, that post-fight on fourth attack by Onion was beautiful. That was
he ran it up. He got 4 kills. He got the medic.
Exactly. I mean, he really, really stepped up here. And not to say he had a bad first half by any means, but that second half was really incredible. It was something to watch.
Oh yeah, Jordan like 200 DPM more than Starly. It's just it's such those aggressive Ubers really helped Jordan like pad his DPM, and it shows in the logs, it showed in game, and it showed in their dub for this half.
I mean, something to actually note is that Jordan, even while they were losing, was getting higher DPM than Starly. The difference was actually in their KD, was how Starly had a much higher KD on the first half, but in the second half, Jordan really coming through, minimizing his deaths, maximizing his kills, getting 200 higher DPM than Starly.
Mm-hmm. And Jordan's looking for a repeat performance in this tiebreaker half on Swiftwater. You know, Checkmate not wanting to lose out on their map pick, because especially going into your opponent's map pick, not good to be down a map. As the gates open here, we're seeing another boring Swiftwater first.
Now, I am going to be trying my best to make sure my co-caster does not fall asleep on Swiftwater first. I do hope that this is a relatively fast Swiftwater first, and if you are rooting for Checkmate, you're definitely hoping for that as well. Looks like no cheese will be happening in the house.
Oh, the train goes down. Flamingo Sniper. That's what happens when you peek the tunnel.
Flamingo going down. This time, this SVS going in the side of Benatti. Jordan dies to Cleaver.
Oh, ZH is just fighting. Z is just still. Oh my god. Z is 1 HP. Oh,
I get stabbed.
If I'm Z there, I question mark scientific. I go, bro, what are you doing there, bro? I just drop question marks. I start DMing in chat.
And that's the difference between you and me. I would never disrespect on another RGL player.
Listen. What needs to be done, man, okay?
They do have the flog. They did manage to get the flog here.
Onion comes with the flog again. This is what was making it so good for them earlier in their half, but they're getting so loose cannon, stop!
Loose cannon, the crit, and they do have the use here. They do have
out. You know, Loxic went down to the flog, which was really bad. Like Starly was stuffing pretty well with the loose cannon, a couple of air blasts as well, but once Loxic went down, there was and the loose cannons were out. There was nothing stopping Onion from just running in with the flog and getting tied to use with that high crit damage. And now look at this rotate. How did Kyle get up there? Look at Kyle's positioning in the tunnel. How did he get up there?
Oh yeah. I'll never tell you. I mentor that spy. I'll never tell you, Micah.
Oh my god, I've never seen that before. What the hell?
Yeah, I'm never telling you. I'm absolutely never telling you. But anyways, it looks like they have a level 3 up. Metronome, his level 3 is getting pressured. I don't see the Enforcer coming out from Scientific, though. I don't know where Scientific is.
I guess just a 150. And Manwich having Uber now. They're looking to take this Uber onto Jordan through main, which they do. And they're getting so much
Jordan
room.
Uber's in. He jumps.
That's
and Starly drops down, but Starly drops down alone without the help of his team. He just kills Manwich.
No.
He just walks up and kills Manwich, but he's gonna die to Spy.
Well, Scientific gets Starly, which is good, but it's not enough to salvage. Like, there's nobody to push, really. Just KT and Kale on the cart.
But, to be fair, there is also nobody to get them off cart right now. And it looks like Coop and KL is just walking and getting cart.
What is this chaos? Trey needs to get, like, you start pressuring these cart players.
Trey needs to drop down is what he needs to do. Onion's in! Onion's about to get tied!
Why did Coop get off the cart? Coop get back on the cart, bro.
Onion gets tied, and Onion gets... Onion...
Oh my lord.
Massive plays from Onion.
That's such a scrappy... That's such a scrappy second. Like, you know, you never really wanted to come down to scrappy fights like that, because it's just so chaotic. It's almost like a coin flip. But Checkmate has been really finding success in them. Like, Onion has just been going crazy in these scrappy fights. And now they have ads.
Oh, an 11 instant... Kingpin instantly dying in Boiler here. Scientific dying to Benatti's crossroad sign.
Oh,
but Flamingo wins the SBS.
This is what you love to see.
Flamingo gets the NG as well. Sniper. Flamingo is going huge on this point.
Oh yeah, no sniper to keep him down. Uber
and look at Dynamosaurus on the signature silo once again.
And yeah, here comes the Uber out. Dynamosaurus on the silo. He's just munching away.
He's eating a Sammy on the silo.
I mean, yeah, Mommy just can't hold this at all. It's Uber this side. I mean, tied lives, but they lose the point. They have ad for 4th, but 349 for 3 points? This is explosive from Checkmate once again. Yeah, decisive. He's just...
Starly dies to Scientific here.
Oh my god, Mommy Man is just bleeding player after player. You know, Uber ad, I guess, but who are you gonna take it on? You have no
High
doubt.
dives to a well-placed pipe by Jordan.
Oh,
It looks
god,
oh my,
Artisanian
another
pipe.
complete roll on attack.
Jeez, everything is going Checkmate's way right now. It's just,
High dive with 98% Uber. They go in for a salvage, trying to get Manwich, but
and he doesn't even get drop below 100. He's just chilling.
absolutely unsuccessful. And Manwich is just chilling. Manwich has what is going to be a 60% ad pushing to last year. With what is this time going to be at?
What is this? 5 minutes for 4 points. That's a minute a point. That's a minute 10 seconds a point. That is so good for Swiftwater. That is absurd. Checkmate is really like riding their momentum right now.
You know, Checkmate really said they had to go early today.
Yeah,
making
wrap
sure that
this up. I got poker. I got poker after this game. Wrap this shit up.
I just got bedtime.
But now, listen. Manwich, full Uber. Ty, only at 80. Will they take an aggressive Uber here? Will Scientific manage to be in this aggressive Uber? The aggressive Uber does come out, and Scientific gets the sniper, and he gets the medic.
Scientific is aiming. Scientific. It pays off in spades.
Oh my god. You needed... Talk about explosive. Talk about explosive. And Artie's just denying the card the whole time.
And a
Oh
complete
my
checkmate for the side of Checkmate. A 525 tap on Swiftwater.
Yeah, if I'm Mommy Man, I'm saying GG, bro. GG. No shot. GG. GG.
If
GG.
I'm Mommy Man...
Go next map. Go next map. This not
Go
on map.
next
Not on
map.
map. GG.
I mean,
Go
surely
next map.
at this point you have to be discussing what your plan for the next maps are going to be, because this map is all but over, gone in the favor of Checkmate.
You know, I've seen miracle pushes happen, you know. I've been a part of them. I've been the victim of them. They can happen. But with how Checkmate's playing, I don't see it happening, buddy. I'm sorry. Checkmate is feeling themselves on their map right now.
Personally, I would never let this happen to me. I've never been miracle capped in my life.
You know,
But
we can't all be as handsome as you, Jack.
well, it's a sad reality that we do have to face casting this match now. You know, it's technically possible for MMC to break a 5:25 time. Now, I think this is the second fastest Swiftwater time I've ever seen. Nope, that being the second fastest, meaning it is possible to do faster, but you're going to need permanent ×3 on that card.
Absolutely. And as Swiftwater first happens, you know, pretty quiet point. What do you think Mommy Man needs to break this open?
A medic drop, really?
I mean, I couldn't have said it better myself, you know. Okay, losing 3 people to Jordan, and off the bat, that's a great way to start off the defense for Checkmate. That's, you know,
So
you know,
you're
no way
dying.
to
I mean,
pressure.
Kyle is in. Kyle is behind enemy lines right now. He needs to do something.
He needs to get a quick onto Manwich here.
He's gonna
Like,
take a
all eyes on
1v1
Kyle.
with KL.
I mean, this could be good, but what you need
Oh,
really
he
is a
does
med
win
drop.
against KL. They are going to have no gun, no telly, no dispenser.
I mean, that's a good start, but the Uber still exists. The Uber needs to get pulled out somehow. Hopefully
I don't think
with
you
an
have time
exchange.
for a sack here. I think you just gotta go. You just have to hope you win the post.
Yeah, you have no time. You don't have time to sack.
Oh, but
you don't
Flamingo
have
does
time
go
to
down.
change and build. That's good, but,
But
the medic's still
Starly
alive.
gets knocked away from his team and he gets
Starly
dropped by
Uber
his
gone.
team.
No, oh yeah.
And
Nope.
it's over. Gnome getting flashed in on Engineer. Let's do this
And
Texas
man,
style.
just pops. Like, there's no reason not to pop. Just run at them in tunnel. Just, oh my god. And the Scientific's on the tail end. Oh, they're going so deep. They're killing Ty. They're all the way on first. Oh, Ty's alive still? No. Okay,
And
no,
this
Onion.
is
Onion
us.
clutches
We
up.
call this
Onion
a
clutches up.
statement. An Onion gets tied. We call this a statement.
Yeah, that was... Jeez, dude. I don't even know what to say. That was...
I mean, if you're on the side of Mommy Man, at this point, I'd start taunting at spawn and resetting my mental for the next maps.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm going to the bathroom, I'm freshening up, I'm grabbing myself a cup of water. Like, that's hard, you know, you win the first half, you're feeling confident, right? And then, it's a hard-fought second half and you lose, you're like, alright, this is still winnable, we can still take their map pick. Just to
And,
get 5-minute on Swift?
I mean, you said
Heartbreaker.
grab a cup of water, but at this point, they're going to need to grab a cup of coffee because Mommy Man need to wake up.
Absolutely, dude. A couple Monster Energy, a couple Bangs, maybe a White Claw if you're feeling frisky, if you play better like that. I don't know. but they need something. Maybe some Adderall, some crack cocaine, some methamphetamine, whatever gives them that kick that'll really make them win.
Now, we cannot be exposing Mr. Micahlele's list of long felonies, but instead, what we can focus on is the fact that Loxa getting a kill with the melee, the power jack there, absolutely fisting Dynamosaurus.
Oh, the first team were on some Manwich, and Ty hasn't used, but Ty does get
Jordan
forced out by
padding
Onion.
his logs.
Who else but Onion? Who else but Onion to force out the medic from Ty? Onion's been a real MVP this game for Checkmate. I have to say.
I mean, I think really Onion has stepped up more than anybody else here. Onion and Scientific, you know,
and it's on Pyro of all classes to step up on.
I mean, it just goes to show you in main, Pyro's a power class.
Dynamo almost feeds.
Kyle does get
keeping
momentum,
alive.
but they only have 2 minutes. I don't even know if it's possible anymore to cap.
It very well may be, 11 is in. If they cap maybe like right now, I could maybe see a really quick
But
roll
they
to
need
last,
times
but-
3 on card. They're approaching the physical limit. They will not get times 3 on
Oh,
card.
Ty
Ty
got
will be getting
by
stabbed.
Scientific. It's full Uber ad. They pretty much need man which should I. It doesn't matter if they cap here. Checkmate is perfectly happy with getting all their spawners, not bleeding anybody else, and going to 4th with full Uber ad.
Is it actually physically still possible to cap?
It might be.
I do think
It
it's
might
very
be.
slightly.
With
Very
times
slightly.
3, it's a very close bet. If Kyle can, oh no, they used it. It's aggressive Uber.
but they
Kyle has no
used
chance to clutch up.
Any hopes that me and Micahlele were talking about are dashed. The mommy
Oh
men
my
are
God.
through. Their king has nowhere to go, and this is checkmate. On Swiftwater.
Dude, ref, ring the bell, ding, 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 knock out. This map is going to checkmate. As the name implies, checkmate. You can't win this game of chess. It's over. Now, they're going to give it their best effort. I don't think it's going to matter too much. Kyle gets Flamingo. And now it's kind of just scrappy fights. Maybe trying to... Oh, wait. But now he gets Manwich. Maybe if they
Now
come
he
to
gets
it the entire way.
they will try to pad their logs before this goes down.
No,
Technically,
45 seconds. 45
45,
seconds. It's still
44,
possible. It's still
it's
possible for Mommy
technically
Man.
possible. Manwich does go down,
They're
but
trying.
Starly goes down.
No
But the banner.
They need to
and
get
the-
peeking with this. The banner goes. No, the banner's gone. 33 seconds. It's still possible. It's still
But the
possible.
level 3 gun, the level
They
3
have
gun
full
gets
Uber ad.
sapped.
They have full Uber ad. They have full
They
Uber
need
ad.
to
They have
get
full
picks. They
Uber
need
ad.
to get picks now going into it.
Oh no way! Checkmate.
20 seconds.
Checkmate
I
is
don't
trolling
think this is possible anymore.
No, it definitely is. If they keep times 3, they
Oh,
can't. If times
Starly
three,
dies.
times three.
Starly dies. But Ty does have Uber. You need to soldier
Pocket-
Uber this now.
pocket soldier.
Soldier Uber it now.
Soldier
Let's
Uber,
go.
soldier Uber. 11 jumps in. Oh, Onion's on the cart though. 9 seconds. No. Air blast off the cart. 5, 4. Even with times 3, Dynamosaurus on it. The rest of them is collapsing on it. 2, 1. A very, very good effort from Mommy Man. Me and Jack are joking this whole time. They're not gonna do it, bruh. That's Jiba, bruh. They're not doing that, bruh. No shot in a million years, man. This is over. Go next map. Go next map. Ring, ring, ring. End the fucking map. But look where the card is.
They almost did it. I mean, that's about as impressive as it gets. An incredible attack coming from both teams. I mean,
Yeah,
you can't
it's
ask
crazy.
for a more exciting first map. What a start to this playoff series.
Yeah, first two halves pretty quiet. Pretty normal, right? Average times, and then the tiebreaker, such an explosive, like that whole half was equal to one push or one hold of the previous halves. It was that fast, that explosive. And if I'm Mommy Men, I'm not even feeling that upset. Yes, we got 5 minutes, but look how close we got. Look how doable this is. If I'm checkmate, I'm coping. I'm being like, you know what? It's okay, bro. It's okay. We let them have it. We knew it was impossible. That's how you keep the mental up. If you get shaky because, oh, they almost won. Oh, the card was almost there. We almost trolled it. Then you're not winning the second map. You're not winning the series.
But now that we're going
stable
to
mental
second
is
map,
fundamental.
now we do need to say that Fruit has been banned against Mommy Men every single playoffs match because they're actually a team that was known for their Fruit coming into playoffs until this match.
Proot is a pretty new map to rotation. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it was played last season. and it's being in for the second season now, its meta has shifted a lot. There's been flank holds, there's been point holds, there's been pseudo forward holds, there's been passive holds. What do you think Mommy Men has that makes them so dominant on Proof?
It's really the scout medic synergy. Having watched a lot of main throughout the season, I do think Mommy Men really is a cut above when it comes to scout Ubers, offensive Ubers when holding the point with the scout. I think that, as well as their heavy demo synergy, really sets themselves apart from other teams on Proof. And I think it's key to winning. We saw the kind of performance, earlier in the season, I saw the kind of performance Z was able to drop on Proof.
RGL Invite Finals. Oh, I am's finished already? Oh my god. 2-0, what a roll.
It is as I predicted. Let it be clear.
Okay, well predicted, Jack. So we have the update on IM. Does anyone have an update on Advance? I know Invite, map 1 just went 4-3 in the favor of League of Lemons. They're currently on map 2 Swiftwater. Haven't started just yet, they're in setup time. How's Advance going? Anybody know? Is there any streams for that? Any logs? Any log stalkers? Oh, don't mind if I do.
Now, Micahlele does deserve mainstream privileges.
I'm quite a handsome
He is our
man.
honored guest. We shall treat him with the utmost respect, except for me. I will never respect him.
Oh, fake versus who are they playing? I actually don't know.
All Class World Tour, baby.
Oh, I hope fake Versace wins. Do they have Air still? I don't think Air's playing, but let's go fake Versace. That's my boys.
Oh, and my casters are biased.
Let's go Vinny. Let's go Rogue.
So now that we're going to be moving main grand finals to the mainstream, as IM grand finals has just already ended, we're going to be heading to a quick break. We'll be right back once we move on to the mainstream. Thank you, everybody, and we'll be back shortly.